Hey guys, Cruznick X back with more Final Fantasy XIV goodness. When we last left off, we had finally found Cid, and he's looking well. Still suffering from a bit of amnesia, but he's doing alright. So we are now going to continue the storyline. Of course, on my last live stream that isn't showing up on YouTube, that isn't going to show on YouTube, we had to do a prerequisite, but we now have our main storyline quest, so we're going to get right down to it. What a curious twist of fate that Master Cid Garlond would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Bayan. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the calamity, much like the Great Gubu Wall of Uldar. It states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Coerthas. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Fallgourd Float, closest settlement to Coerthas. Mayhap the Serpent stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the Word still has need of you and the Scions. Pray, look after yourself and Cid, Bayan. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to go to Fallgourd. I don't feel like taking a frickin' porter there, so... Alright, here we are. I am just not feeling up to doing this today, but I need to get this shit done. Is there aught I can assist you with, sir? The Enterprise? You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? Aye, I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Coerthas. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Vodafone at Florentel's spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, you would not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly. Would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell the machinery is fiendishly complex. We're done. You've come in search of Voltival. Then well met, for you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Coerthas. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. 'Twas on the eve of the Battle of Cartano, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy on the field. Then, all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Coerthas. The astrologers at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them you would need to deal with the Guardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamu descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plight of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I have little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Alright, let's do it. Let's take one last look at this place. Alright, we're off. Ladies and gentlemen, the Coerthas Central Highlands. In the wake of the calamity, this general area ended up getting snowed upon. It used to be plains as far as the eye can see from what I could tell from history. Well, from what I know about lore. We're gonna have to deal with this depressing music throughout the storyline. Here we are. The observatorium. Excuse me, can I repeat that? If you wish to offer your services to House Sterndare, and what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ha! How absurd! As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The holy see of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Halone, have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I am on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where in the hells is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform, that of House Sterndare, as is mine. We'll find him quick and then frickin'... There he is. If it wasn't for you, sir, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. Well, at least we helped him. That felt good. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, sir. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologers to entertain your request. However, ultimately, understand it is their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray, proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Edmael. Well, before we do, let's introduce ourselves to Chocobo Keep. And now for the fun part. Oh. Nope. Ah, the gentlemen come in search of the airship. This is... whatever could Sir Ludovic... Ludovois be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly prohibited. Hidden controlled. I didn't read that right. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist in your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologer Folamont, up above. I am so stuffed up today, it's not even funny. And having to climb up these stairs is even worse. Here it is, Folamont. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between sovereign nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Halone's will. I will not put our great nation at risk. Certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Folamont. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh. I did not realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guillaume. You honor us with your presence, sir. The gentleman was just leaving. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durndes Knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship, last seen in Coerthas 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Coerthas. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge. And the next, you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. Good advice. I was not aware you aided House Durandar in that fashion. Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. Alright. Let's see what we can do.
Here, sir. Sir! I could not help but overhear your conversation with the chief astrologer. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixal in that vicinity. If you would seek out his astrologer and confirm that he is well, it would be great comfort to me.
Alright, I'll do it. Alright, it's that way, but first... Yep, don't get killed from heights. Used to be high falls could actually kill you. Alright, let's bash our way through. Alright, come on, you fuckers, so I can get this shit done. What a relief to see someone other than a goddamn birdman! I thought I could finish my work whilst the Ixal were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I froze to... Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights! A man of House Durandar cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever! Good day, sir! Yeah, I just saved your ass and that's the shit you're gonna give me? Fuck you guys. Ah. Running up these stairs is a pain in the ass.
The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers of our knights face every day. Ah, but you are eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you've already aided our own cause. House Durandar is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Dravanian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honor-bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium's records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Ortolan for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durandar carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses.
Okay, who the fuck am I talking to? I cannot. I need to catch my breath after every line almost. You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slay 2 heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you've rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses. I cannot deny you have given us no cause to distrust you, but while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses? It is only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, I guess that's fine. Let's get this mithril gorget on before I forget. Three for 3. Now, I understand you are very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a man of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Helena, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. There it is. And the third one? I love how they don't have any control over their shield bash. Alright. Alright, let's get back to, oh man, look at that sky. There it is. Have you good tidings to share? Or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? There we go. God bless ye, friend. It's all here. Every last... Oh, wait. That chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells. That's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury take me. A draconian rosary. In the possession of Lord Francel. Yet, perhaps it is not so difficult to fathom. House Halenot is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, sir. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Other than these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Halenot. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. Great, now we're even more delayed. Come closer, lad. Come closer, lad, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He is a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Halenot for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the incoming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss. He will know you for a friend. Now go. Alright, so...
Hi, something worth watching.
Hey, Kevin. I'm gonna do... I ain't fucking with this fate. And wait a minute, what do you mean something worth watching? Frickin' that Final Fantasy XV live stream I was doing frickin' a few days ago was totally worth watching. Alright, let's go in.
And I like your stream.
Okay. Yes? You look as though you have something to say. Do you? Is that an Edelweiss in your pocket, or are you happy to see me? That's just raunchy. I see Sir Carol has not forgotten my mother's flavoured flower.
A pity it has not been seen in Coerthas since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. That's absurd! I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons! Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the draconian rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be a proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if they harbor even the slightest doubt, this will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It is as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It is only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship? I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Harshafon of House Forton commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. Oh man, I cannot do my voiceovers today. I am just stuffed up beyond high hell. So, what's up with you, Kevin?
Just work and chilling out now.
Oh, nice. Oh, I forgot the most important thing of getting here first. First, speak with the Chocobo Porter. And secondly, attune to the goddamn Aetherite. Oh, I'm gonna have to listen to this music now. Alright, let's do this. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. If you are come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I am not one to stand on formality. Truth be told...
Broke the other tip to mic box.
Oh, crap. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray, tell me why you have come. Cutscene time! If there is any injustice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes. The letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required assistance. What might that be? So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Coerthas before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Coerthas, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. As a guest of House Forton, I will see that you are afforded every courtesy. Well, that's good. Alright, let's continue. What am I getting out of this? A boar skin harness that I don't need? It may take some time before I receive any information regarding your missing airship. While you wait, mayhap you might indulge me a small favor. It is obvious to me that you know much and more of the ways of war. I ask that you share this knowledge with our knights, so that they might be better prepared when the next Dravanian horde strikes. One of my veteran knights is presently conducting a training session just beyond our western gate. Pray, seek him out and introduce yourself. He will explain how you can help. Crap, I've got to train rookies. Oh, hey, Cid and Alphinaud just got here. I'm glad we left the observatorium. The people there were not friendly. Though even here, I can feel eyes upon us. We are not safe. And Alphinaud? We came to find an airship, yet now we meddle in the Scotian affairs of state? Gods, if Alice were here, I would never hear the end of it. There's the story, knight. A fine evening to you, sir. Lord Haurchefant tells me that you possess a great deal of experience. Certainly more than the green boys I mean to test today. If you will allow, I would like to even the odds by setting all three against you. No objections, yes? Then let us begin. Knights, to arms! Alright. There we go. Speaking of K-boxes, I'm freaking charging mine at the moment, which is why I'm not vaping right now. Suck on that. Ha! You certainly lived up to Lord Haurchefant's expectations. 'Twas a privilege to watch you fight, sir. Ooh, almost over the table. I observed everything from the western wall. Splendid performance, Bayan. Mayhap you have discerned this during your short time here, but House Fulton regards outsiders differently than the other high houses. We have no objections to employing adventurers in sellswords, for example, whereas the others have, for all intents and purposes, practice. They do so at their peril. To disregard a man's talents solely because of circumstances of his birth is short-sighted and foolish. You know, after watching you spar with our knights, I'm reminded that you are a man of action. Doubtless you would rather make a more active role in my inquiries, yes? Then let us discuss how you can do just that. Well, it looks like I won't be able to, continue that until I level up a bit. In the meantime, let's check out our, what supplies we can get from here. We can get a walnut aquahedal. And now for armor. I'm trying to avoid the heavy armor if I can help it, because I don't like it one bit. We'll get the steel plate belt though. Horn scale greaves. Might use those for level 38 later, but until then, I got nothing. While we're at it, we might as well sell what these silver pieces. Just got 13 grand for that. And now, let's equip our plate belt. Oh. And our maquahital. Also, can we convert? Yes. And the steel salata. Can't convert that, or any of this shit for that matter. Can't convert that, or that. Nope. Nope. Can convert that, though. Can't convert either of these, or this, or these, and that's it. Alright. I guess we will teleport and grab our level 35 gladiator paladin quest. I keep forgetting I'm a paladin in this game. I'm so used to Dark Knight. I really want to be back there. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh, what am I doing? I did it again. Derp moment. Honor lost. We'll learn cover from this. Take all physical damage intended for another party member. Blah, 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 blah. Something I probably won't use. You have earned the right to call yourself a paladin. But how do others treat you? Do they recognize you for what you are? Remember that fancy swordplay and well-polished armor do not make you a paladin. You must be just in your heart, and strive always to be an exemplar of true virtue. Once, not so long ago, the Sultan Sworn could walk in the streets with their heads held high. Jesus Christ, I cannot fuck it and work. When they marched by, the small folk would look upon them with reverence and gratitude, and no one was more respected than the captain, my predecessor. When I first saw him, I was still a child. My father had promised to take me to the local festival, but somewhere he took a wrong turn. We became lost and stumbled into a secluded back alley. Luck was not with us, because the next moment we found ourselves in the middle of a riot. Drunken hunters were firing arrows into the crowd, and we were caught between them. There was no way out. It was only a matter of time before we would be struck. That's when the captain saved us from our plight. I'd never seen a sword move so swiftly. It flashed faster than my eyes could follow, and in seconds, the hunters were on the ground or fleeing for their lives. The captain was gone down the street, slicing at their heels, before my father had time to thank him. Even today, I can see the captain as he was then. Blood on his sword, armor impossibly bright in the sun. After that, all I ever wanted to be was a paladin. I would practice endlessly with my sword, dreaming of bandits defeated and monsters slain. Even after I became one of the Sultan's Sworn, the memory of the captain still inspired me. I was always the first to arrive in the training yard and the last to leave. And so, as the years passed, before I knew it, I found myself named Captain of the Sultan's Sworn. Yet the triumph was hollow, because by then, the honor of the Sultan's Sworn elite, that very thing that had drawn me to the Brotherhood, was a mere vestige, like the discarded banner of a defeated foe. There were many reasons for the fall, but the loss of Oathkeeper, yes, that was the mortal blow. The sword Oathkeeper was bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultan's Sworn by the then Sultan of Ul'dah. In time it became our standard, the symbol of the oaths we had sworn, and it was treasured by each new captain for generations. Possession was proof of Sultan's sworn command. But then the unthinkable came to pass. Oathkeeper was stolen by the traitor. It shook our brotherhood to the core. How can we be trusted to protect the Sultana if we cannot even hold on to the symbol of our fealty? We have been tarnished in the eyes of ruler and ruled alike. If the Sultan's Sworn are to survive, we must find the traitor and recover Oathkeeper. But the Sultan's Sworn have grown too weak, and we cannot do it ourselves. We've been forced to recruit outsiders to help us in our cause. I have high hopes for you, my friend. It is a great thing that we ask, and you must learn more of our secrets if you are to succeed. In outer Lanosha, near the Hermit's Hovel, is a grove where ringtails congregate. Pitting yourself against a host of the beasts would be a fine way to hone the skills that I will teach you. In the grove, you will find another brazier, this time filled with a potent incense that will drive the creatures into a frenzy. Defeat your attackers and return to me. Great, I gotta go to... He said outer Lanosha, right? Shit. That's a place I haven't been to yet. I've been to Camp Bronze Lake, though. I could probably... Alright, let's go to Upper Lanosha and hope for the best. I think my nasal passages are clearing up again. Alright, my K-box is almost charged up again. Alright. So we've encountered 2 new locations in the time that we've taken. Oh shit, these guys are overpowered. Nope. Now we're in some... Now we're in a good area. Camp Overlook. Alright, let's attune to the 8th right here for one. Where's the Chocobo keep? I just saw it. I know it's here. Anything I can grab out of here before I forget? Nope. But seriously, where's the Chocobo Porter around here? I know I saw it. Alright, forget it then. Not gonna find a Chocobo Porter, I'm not gonna bother with it. Let's get to the quest. The floating city of Nim in the long climb. Hey, look, it's your brothers. Not like I'm releasing this curl into the wild. Alright, we're here. And now I'm stuck. Alright, let's hope to God we can do this. Lighting. There's one. Leaping ringtails, Batman! Just one more, and I've already got his strange down. There we go. Oh, two more want some of this. Uh-oh. Hurry, 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 hurry. Oh, thank God I have awareness. And thank God that was the last one. Jesus. Alright. Back to Ul'dah. It's a good thing I have a ton of gil on me. Alright, I think I can take this off the charger now. Maybe not. Alright. Here we are. Well done. You have taken the skills I taught you and made them your own. I still do not have word of where the traitor is hiding, but I will inform you the moment I do. Until then, continue your training. And now we've learned cover. The souls of paladins past bequeath you with their wisdom. Not that I care too much. Alright, so next we get Shield Oath. That is until level 40, and we've got a long way to... So, I am going to head back to Coerthas, even though it's freezing as fuck over there. And seeing as how we don't have anything better to do... Well, seeing as how we don't have any chance to level yet, I am going to sign off for a bit. Maybe do another game. But we'll return once we hit level 37. Until then, Cruisenick out!